Back in the day, what day? A day long ago, I used to be a poet. That was my thing, writing poetry. I was beginning, and I used to hang out at this cafe in San Francisco called Cafe International. And there was always this guy in the corner sketching and smoking clove cigarettes. Smoking cigarettes were legal in the cafe back in those days. And he had a big mohawk and really intense, piercing blue eyes and a nose that went from California to Texas, a huge nose. And I didn't know the guy, but I was about to meet him, and he was about to change my life, as he did frequently, actually. He's a mentor. But I didn't know that at the time, and I had just finished this poem, and I was really proud of it. And this girl who was visiting me at my table, a friend of mine, I wanted her to read it, but she didn't have time. And so she left the cafe, and then I heard from that corner, "I'll read your poem." And I looked up, and it was that man. And I never talked to him. I'd heard his voice, but I never talked to him. Maybe we said hi or something. Anyway, I said, okay, why not? Here, read it. And he read it, super quiet, and I'm quiet. He's just reading, and I'm super curious. What's this guy gonna say about this? And when he finished, there was just silence between us. And then he looked at me and he said, "It sounds like you're trying to find your voice." I said, wow, that's really good. Yeah, I thought about the poem and all the different voices in the poem, all the different little experiments of description and exposition, and then he said something which was even better than that. He said, "There's a thrill with finding your voice. Don't fall in love with that thrill." I was like, what on earth does that mean? I had no idea. But sometimes the best things we hear in life don't become real to us until much later. Like they're so memorable. And this was one of those things. And it pertains to playing the gongs, actually. There's one of the joys of playing the gongs for me is that moment when something I've been working on, some particular vision or idea or inspiration suddenly comes into full bloom. I find my voice, right? Like the capacity to make material or visible or sound something invisible is fully in my power. And it just happens, and suddenly I'm playing it and I'm like, wow, that's just fantastic joy. And if that happens on the same day that I give a gong bath, it happened today, then what's going to happen is a disappointment, because I didn't follow Tom's advice and I fell in love with the feeling of finding my voice. And that brings to mind the poem by Williams Blake, "He who binds to himself a joy doth the winged life destroy, but he who kisses life as it flies by lives in eternity's sunrise." So it's a very good reminder again to play the truth and not to try to recreate an emotion. So that's a metaphor for every area of life, right? But it's very true with the gong playing, is that it's just to play what needs to be played fully and with as much honesty and fidelity and sensitivity and skill as I have, and not try to get involved in the business of generating emotion, right? So there it is. That was what I wanted to share with you today. Bye-bye.